Welcome to Junior and Junior, live here on the Dogs Maniac Entertainment YouTube channel. I am your host, Jared Running Jr., as always, joined by,
Dale Summerfield Jr.
and let's get right into this show, Dale. Let's kick it off by talking about the MLB opening week, a little review here of what went on, and then we'll move along to talking about some national team kits, some big news in the Arena League, uh, go to a quick ad break. We'll talk some college basketball, some college hockey. Got the Frozen Four kicking off tonight, and then we'll close out with our album review of Good Riddance by Gracie Abrams. But I mentioned it. Let's get into the MLB opening week review. Um, Start off with the defending World Series champions. Ooh boy, did not expect their season to start like this. The defending world champions on an early skid. Astros split their opening series with the Chicago White Sox before losing the next series with the Tigers, dropping the first two in that. Not a good start for the Astros. They're currently sitting in third place in the AL West.
Yeah, I mean, kind of shocking, but not surprised. I mean, they did lose. That's what I kind of was thinking. Like, could the loss of Verlander and injuries with Altuve, like, did that cause the Astros not to start off hot like last year? So,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, they just need to figure out how to play as a team again and get back in because if they don't, pretty soon here it could be either Texas, Seattle's, or the Angels division, depending on who strikes first.
yeah, very well could be. Not a doubt about that. All right, now we got to talk about the other team that was in the World Series. Trust me, do not want to do this, but must be done. What must be done must be done. Ah, the National League champions. They're on another slow start, which is usual for them. They had a very slow start last year. Look, they were in the World Series, so don't count them out yet. The Phillies had a rough go of things in Arlington. Rangers swept the Fightings out of town while outscoring them 29 to 11 throughout the series. Phillies runs mainly came in a blown 11 to 7 opening day loss after leading 5-0 headed to the bottom of 4. They failed to get back on track in the Bronx. The Yankees took Game 1 8-1 before handing the Phils their first win 4-1 Tuesday. They're not going to go 0 in 162, so got that going for us. The winning stop there, though, is the pitching duel. Went the Yankees' way. They took the series finale 4-2. Um, what can you do there? So yeah, Phillies are gonna have face another rough start, but they did it last year. You weather the punches, you fight through, and you turn everything around. So uh, it's only the first two series of the year. You can't count anybody out yet. But Dale's gonna tell you why the Brewers are gonna win the World Series after two series.
Well, yeah, no, the first game of the year they faced off against Chicago, they ended up getting shut out 4-0. I was very upset that game. I was like, happens every year. We always crap to bed the first game of the year. Kind of a little upset. But then we go on a 5-game winning streak, something we haven't seen in a while. 5 games, 5-1. We took the remainder two in Chicago in the Windy City against the Scrubs, and then we had our home opener. Bats look beautiful. The rookies are playing ball. A 10-0 win, 9-0 win, and a 7-6 win over the Mets yesterday. We outscored the Mets. Hold on, let me do my simple math here. Like 31 to 6 runs, I think it is. So yeah, I mean, Brewers are playing good ball. They just need to stay consistent. I think high end of things, the rookies are playing great. They're feeling comfortable at the plate. They're not scared or unconfident, but a little bit of a worry is their pitching, especially with Corbin Burns. His last two outings, he's looked not so hot. So that's an area of concern. But overall, I think this Brewer team has a good shot at something special this year.
Yeah. I told you folks he was going to tell us the Brewers are winning the World Series.
I didn't say that. I said something special.
Well, what's something special? Something special to me is a World Series win. I go big or go home. That could be that I just had a taste of what it feels like to be there and lose, though. So now I'm ready for it to go the other way. I don't know. Rein the reins in if you're a fan of a team that's doing well after two series. Plenty of season to go. Let's get through April first. And then let's get through May. And then we keep going. We'll see what things look like at the All-Star break. That's where you can really maybe start to get an idea. Because I don't think the White Sox are going to be a very good team. Look what they did to the Astros. And I don't think the Tigers are going to be a very good team. Look what they did to the Astros. Moving on, though, from teams, kinda. Weather affecting opening day, home openers, whatever, home openers for four teams today. The Phillies and the Reds are delayed till tomorrow. The Twins and the Astros, delayed. The Mets and whoever they are playing, delayed. The Orioles and whoever they're playing, delayed. So Philadelphia, Minnesota, the Mets, and Baltimore all are going to have to wait an extra day for that home opener. I know that's got to be antsy for some fans. You were hoping to get to the ballpark Thursday, see the home opener, but due to weather, a few delays there. And what I find interesting about that is you look at the four teams. It's the Phillies, it's the Mets, it's the Orioles, and then all the way over in the Midwest, it's the Twins. So that's just I found a little interesting there. You see three teams in a relatively small range, and then boom, the Twins are over there having their game postponed. I can't tell you about the weather in Philadelphia, nor in the Queens, nor in Baltimore, but I can tell you about the weather in Superior, Wisconsin, and I can tell you I can see why the Twins are getting delayed. Yeah, weather's had some issues. Unseasonable weather, but hey, this is Minnesota, this is Wisconsin, this is how things go. Cold as a witch's tit. Uh, yeah, it ain't for the on brave here in the Midwest.
Well, and then that brings up the question of like why back in 2014, why the Twins didn't build a stadium with a retractable roof. Because this seems to happen almost every year for
It,
them.
it's simple.
But yeah.
It's simple. The Twins didn't build a retractable roof because they don't have the room. Target Field is built on such a small plot of land with stuff that
Hmm.
was already built in around it that it wasn't possible. You had to buy out other buildings and um, get the room and just you've seen Target Field. All it is basically roads
Yeah.
around it, and they just don't have the room for a retractable roof anywhere and where they wanted to build it. And
Hmm.
I'm not complaining where they built it. And I don't know, like the Twins are relatively lucky in terms of getting their home opener postponed. You would think it happens every year, but there's a few years they've gotten lucky. They've had the
Hmm.
second game that hey, I'm not saying it's a game gets postponed usually in April, but they do get somewhat lucky that they don't get overly postponed, considering
Hmm.
well, it could snow, um,
Yeah.
and usually they get lucky. I remember 2018. They were playing the Mariners for the home opener week in the Frozen Four, and yeah, they had some tough weather, some rain. It just what can you do? You battle through it. They still got their series in that weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
bang bang. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You just move along. Yeah, I mean, Dale, you want to go over what the divisions look like at this point in time?
Yeah. So let me pull up the opponents. So right now, the National League, the East is the Braves at 1, Miami at 2, Mets at 3, Philly at 4, and Washington at 5. The Central is Milwaukee at 1, Pittsburgh at 2, Cincinnati at 3, Chicago at 4, St. Louis at 5. The West is the Dodgers at 1, Arizona at 2, San Diego at 3, San Francisco at 4, Colorado at 5. The AL East is Tampa at 1, New York at 2, Baltimore at 3, Toronto at 4, Boston at 5. The AL Central is Cleveland at 1, Minnesota 2, Chicago White Sox 3, Detroit at 4, Kansas City at 5. And in the AL West, it's the LA Angels at 1, Rangers at 2, Astros at 3, Oakland at 4, Seattle at 5. And mind you that the AL West is the only division that is tied, so technically those two teams are tied for first.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. I didn't think about that. I was thinking the Central is still tied, but I forgot that the Guardians played, and so they're see the Guardians and the Twins essentially are kind of the same, but they're not because of an extra game in there. It's
Is it
not
because of that
quite.
home opener game?
I don't really know where it. I'm guessing the Guardians, instead of taking a day off opening, uh,
Oh,
opening day series, played straight through and now have played an extra game than the Twins. Is my guess. I think because I'm pretty sure the Twins took a day off. We're usually that day the day off is built in with opening day. But I don't think the Guardians did. That would be my guess
okay,
because they've been a game against ahead of the Twins for pretty much this entire time.
okay.
And yeah, and the home opener would come into play until today. So now they might get one more game ahead of the Twins. So that's great. With that, we will move on to the U.S. Women's National Team kits. Uh, yeah, so I'll throw these up on screen for you guys. We got the U.S. Women's National Team kits revealed for the World Cup. I'll let you guys see what they look like. Here they are. Um, we ran a little poll over on our Instagram asking the audience to provide their feelings on the new kits for the national team.
Hmm.
Overall, it was a wide margin in favor of the new kits. 91% said thumbs up to the new kits, with 9% saying thumbs down. Here's a couple of comments from voters on both sides of the coin. What exactly they decided in their decision. In favor, we had a poll voter say they are some sexy jerseys. I would love to buy one. And I can't say I disagree with that. Against, though, Dale, what did somebody say? An anonymous Instagram follower, what'd they have to say?
They said that they were very against it, or they did not care for the blue kits.
I mean, hey, um, teach their own. Obviously, people are gonna have their own
Hmm.
opinions. I personally, I love them. Um, for me, I think though what that has a lot to do with is I think they're at least an upgrade on the 2022-2023 kits that we've seen at the Men's World Cup and that the
Hmm.
women have been wearing in like the She Believes Cup and other action those two national teams have been in play. And really for me that's where it comes in. I'm looking at it as I don't need to see these on the pitch. I don't need to see them in action. I know I love them just looking at them. Whereas with those, I had to see them. You guys that have been with us a long time would remember we talked about when the jerseys were leaked and how I said I just don't like the design, especially the blue one. The white one, I just didn't, I didn't really feel them. And with this, I can look at them right away. I can say, yeah, I'm feeling these. These are gonna look good on the players
Hmm.
when they get out there to play, when they win another World Cup, when they got 5 stars on their chest. And Dale, if you want to give your opinion, I won't ramble on.
I know, yeah. Overall, I like them. I like them better than the men's. Men's were just kind of ugly, but I kind of do wish though they had a red jersey. I'm a big fan of the color red. I wish there was a way they could incorporate more red in there, because we are America, red, white, and blue. But I do like how they have the blue and the color blue they did pick. But yeah, I'm more of a red type of guy when it comes to like cool looking jerseys. So I wish there was a way we could incorporate red into a jersey or even create our own red. So like an alternate if they ever were to have a game on like a major US holiday or something, or
Yeah.
just like almost like an alternative type jersey. I'm not sure if that's allowed in women's soccer or not, but
No, yeah, I haven't thought about that in quite some time, but no, they for 2019, their 2019 kits, they did have a red jersey. Um and I yeah, that's something since then I've been wishing they'd bring back. Um no, they really I mean, yeah, they kind of went with the red um
mhm.
on those men's jerseys that were kind of tie-dye. And I don't know. I wasn't really feeling the tie-dye, but those weren't even really red. They were mostly blue. I don't I wish they would go back to I believe it was the 2020 jerseys, whatever one it was that they won a World Cup with. Um, and it kind of had the patch, red like blue throughout it.
Yeah,
Um,
but
but
the
they
only
probably
problem I don't like with that one is like the how they use the variety of blues. It's I
I
just
think we're
wish they would
talking
have.
about different jerseys here because this is just one color red, one color blue.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm looking at the 2021 one by accident. Okay.
Yeah, I think this might have been 2020. I don't. I see. I didn't prepare. I only prepared to show you guys the jerseys. And now
Hmm.
I mean I didn't really know what we'd go into with other jerseys. So I should have prepared for other jerseys, but I didn't. My bad, guys. Yeah. So um, do you want to talk arena team quick?
Yeah, yeah,
Since we've I think that our opinion on the jerseys is we like them. So
yeah.
that's where we'll leave it, guys. The Arena League announced their second team. Previously, on March 9th, the announcement was made that Springfield would be the first team of 4 to land an arena team. The arena team, for you guys don't know, we previously covered how we'd want to expand it, and I will get into that later. But it's a arena football league. So Springfield lands the first team back in March. They announced that in April, May, and June, they will announce the final 3. We got our announcement yesterday. In a big development for us locally, it was announced Duluth, Minnesota was number 2. Their games will be played in the Deck Arena in downtown Duluth on the shore of Lake Superior. I
Hmm.
am hyped. Me and Dale were big supporters of Duluth landing a team. Give me the information for season tickets. If
There
they need
is.
somebody to call their games to put their games out there, right here, Junior and Junior will do it. I will be there. If you need a broadcaster, I promise I will be there. I'm going to school to be a sports broadcaster. So Arena League, if you need somebody to call the games here in Duluth, I'm in.
Or even if you need to stream it.
Yeah, if they need anything, I don't know what their plans are to get the games out there. If they want to stream them and they don't have somewhere to go, if they want them promoted, I we're in. I want to help Duluth's team succeed. I will do whatever it takes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, season tickets. I believe if you go to the Arena League slash Duluth or something, they talk about different season ticket packages you can have.
Do they have that up now? I know it was still just Springfield yesterday. They hadn't got the Duluth
Yep.
info out.
Well, as soon as I found that out, I went to the website that it's on. I believe Northern News Now. They have a link. If you click on the link, it sends you to the Duluth page of the Arena League, and then it talks
Oh,
about the
awesome.
deposit. So yeah,
Awesome.
go check that out if you get a chance. And just a quick thing, you can also send out your name, email, contact info with your team name option. I'm just thinking, what should we name our team like?
Well, guys, if we have a full rundown of our choices for a potential 8 team league
Hmm.
over on Instagram where I did Duluth and I chose the Duluth Eskimos. The other teams I had in the running though were the Lumberjacks, the old Arena Football League team we had here in Duluth, and the
Hmm.
Muskies.
Yeah, I feel like um either one of those three would actually be an amazing team name, especially the Eskimos, because there's a lot of history tied into that. Like you have Ernie Nevers, former Superior legend,
Yeah,
playing for over there. I believe Haggard, former UWS alum, Superior hero too over there. You had a couple people from Duluth, Minnesota that were heroes over there. It's a former NFL team. Yeah, I feel like that could be a possibly a team name or the Muskies because big Lake Superior Muskies filled with muskies, walleyes.
there's so many amazing options. I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
throw my hat in the ring for a name idea suggestion here with any of those three.
Yeah, but no, but yeah, like what you were saying, if they need somebody to, but I was going to mention like you should broadcast the games. Like I mean, you are going to school for a journalism major. I mean, what a communications major. So yeah, I mean, I feel like you'd be the best fit. Could be the voice of Duluth football. Who knows? That could get your start off.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
have the ring, guys. If you need somebody, I'm here.
yeah.
Well, folks, we should probably run to an ad break quick. But before we do, I just want to quickly, one more time, reiterate head over to the Instagram underscore junior and junior underscore and check out our rundown of a potential 8 team arena league. Um, and see for yourselves. We got logos, jerseys, everything over there. So check it out. And with that, we'll go to an ad break quick. And folks, we are back. Time to talk a little college sports. We got the Final Four, two national champions crowned over the weekend into Monday. Then we gotta talk the huge Frozen Four, but let's just quickly give our congratulations to the two national champions as
Hmm.
well as the runner ups. So congratulations to the LSU Tigers on capturing the women's basketball national championship. It was a hard fought battle, just maybe harder for one team than the other. On that note, I also want to extend a congratulations to the Iowa Hawkeyes and especially Miss Caitlin Clark. It was a hell of a tournament for those ladies, and they have nothing to be ashamed of. Um, Caitlin Clark with a hell of a performance. I had to shout her out by name. What a performance. I think it's fair to say the greatest performance in uh, tournament history, what she did there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but the only problem I have is I understand why they gave like performance of the game or player of the game to an LSU player, but I feel like some of those like awards should be like turned like what they did back in the 70s when Cowboys lost the Super Bowl. They still gave the MVP award to the Cowboys player. Like, I mean, if a player played that dang good, you should give them that award. Like, I mean, I don't
Yeah,
care if
you,
you're on the
you
losing
should.
team or the winning team. Like, I believe the girl that got it, she was on the bench for the majority of the first half, if I'm not mistaken. I believe.
Yeah. All I know is I don't want to go too into that conversation because I've been seeing how
Yeah,
people have been getting ripped for it. Um, it wasn't the same thing.
no,
But we're not going to go into that because
no.
we'll be labeled a right wing show or however you want to put it. I don't want to say we'd be labeled a racist show, but we would. That's a
Mhm.
shame. Dale, how about you congratulate these guys? I first of all, I'd like to say I picked them, so I'm happy to see one of my picks come through.
Well, I want to congratulate the Yukon Huskies men's basketball program on capturing the 2023 men's basketball national title. That's five all time for them Huskies, and what an accomplishment that is. Also, like sincere congrats to San Diego State on a hard fought game, a hard fought year, making it all the way to the title game as a five seed. I mean, first title game in program history. I mean, hats off to you guys. You guys got a good program, got a good thing coming in the future. I have no doubt you guys can make a deep run next year, the year after that. I feel like you have maybe set yourself up now for potential promise in that tournament every year now. Like you guys played your hearts out. I want to tip my caps to San Diego State. Yeah. And congrats once again to the Huskies on capturing their fifth national title.
Yeah, hey, they weren't my original pick, but I had them in the championship. I had them in the final four, and hey, happy to see them come out
Hmm.
victorious to that game. Would have been a great story if San Diego State would have won, but it was a win-win. UConn wins, great.
Yeah.
San Diego State wins, also great.
That's how I kind of felt. I said, like, I was picking UConn that game, but if San Diego State won, I wouldn't have been mad. I would have been just as happy to see them win the first title in program history. I mean, they would have definitely earned it. I mean, there's no question with that. But yeah, I mean, it was a win-win, I feel like. They played great. I mean, the fans, they should be very proud of how they played this year.
Yeah, yeah. There's always next year. You can always come
Hmm.
back when you fall short and make one more run at it. Um, I'd know. I've watched some teams losing a national title, and let's just say the next 2 years were pretty sweet.
Do you know who probably the most happiest was that they got that far?
Who?
Mr. Padre Tony Gwynn, former San Diego State alumni, played baseball and basketball over there. So ironically, his basketball team, 30, 40 years later, made it to a national title game. He's smiling down,
Yep.
but yeah.
Yeah. Hey. San Diego through and through, Mr. Tony Glenn.
Hmm.
Um, I was going to use that to transition into the Frozen Four. Okay. Well, now we just got to transition to the Frozen Four. My transition got a little messed up there. We're just going to talk about the Frozen Four. I was gonna go. I was gonna go about seeing somebody lose a national team win next to, and you know what that was? That was two Frozen Four victories. Now on to the Frozen, but no. Um, so we got the Frozen Four going on starting tonight. 4 o'clock. Boston University versus Minnesota. I believe that's 4 o'clock Central
Yes.
Time. I've heard 5 o'clock on the East Coast. Usually it's still 7 o'clock. So that's what throws me off there. But um, Boston University versus Minnesota at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. Did not expect Minnesota to be here. Be completely honest. Didn't expect Boston University to be here. Um, but I'm not going to pick Minnesota just because they're a higher seed. Um, it's simple. It's screw the Gophers through and through. There is not 1 ounce of me that will ever cheer for the Gophers. And I know I'll get hate for that because they're a Minnesota school. Simply put, if you're a Bulldogs fan that cheers for the Gophers, you're not a Bulldogs fan. The Gophers hate us. The Gophers have cheered against us at every turn. Um, Longer than I've been alive, Gopher fans have been cheering against the Bulldogs' success. Since I've been alive, all I've known is the Gophers cheering against the Bulldogs' success. 2004 in Boston, I was just months old. I still hear the story of Gopher fans walking up to my dad, my grandpa, my uncles. Oh, we're cheering for you, and you'd see those same Gopher fans cheering for Denver, cheering for every other team there, Maine. You just you just don't like them. They're despicable. Um, you look at the amount of times we've played North Dakota. They claim North Dakota is their biggest rival. I've seen it firsthand. Us versus North Dakota. Them cheering for North Dakota. 2018 in the cities. 2011 in the cities. Gopher fans doing the same thing. We're cheering for you. No, no, you then see those same people cheering against you. So guess what, Gopher fans? I'm cheering for you. No. No. Let's go Terriers. Let's go BU. And then that moves us on to the 7:30 game, Michigan versus Quinnipiac. Simply put, I had both these teams here, and I had Quinnipiac in the championship against Denver at the original. So I'm gonna stick with it. Down with the Big Ten. I do not like the Big Ten, so I do like the Big Ten in football and basketball, but not in hockey. Um, let's go Quinnipiac. Get a nice. I hate the fact that it's an East Coast matchup, but a nice East Coast matchup. Quinnipiac, Boston University. I love to see the Midwest in the championship, but not this year. No, no. And then the national championship will take place Saturday at 7 p.m. I got. Well, I should be letting you do your predictions too, Dale. My bad. I'm running
No,
right over you.
no, you're good. Same. Boston U versus Quinnipiac, the title game. Saturday championship game. I would take Quinnipiac.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Quinnipiac as well. I mean, hopefully a first title for the Bobcats. I would not be opposed to seeing that, and yeah, we'll see. We're gonna be giving a congratulations to one of these teams. I can tell you right now, um, if it's Minnesota that wins, that congratulations is gonna be like they just ordered a burger from some restaurant, and I got it and I spit on it and gave it to them. If Minnesota wins, they're not getting a great celebration. Congratulations from us. Um, yeah, simply put, the last thing I really want to say, Um, fuck the Gophers. Nope. Yep. Yep. No.
Okay, then. I mean,
Well, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. I'm not. There's one
hmm
team I don't want to see win, and it's the Gophers. People don't like Michigan because they have nine national titles. Quite frankly, as a UMD fan, I don't see us catching Michigan. I don't give a hoot if Michigan wins a 10th title, because we're not gonna catch them anytime soon. It would be different maybe if we were at 6-7. I was like, ooh, nine's within reach. Nine's within reach. Denver, it's a little different because Denver's a rival. North Dakota, different with 8. They're a rival. It's a little different with those rivals, but Michigan, I don't care. I don't care about Michigan. The only team I want to see go down is the Gophers. Um, and I explained my reasoning there, guys. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna move on to the
yep,
album review, and we're gonna keep this show under 50 minutes, right?
yep. Move to the album review. I don't know if we want to jump to a quick ad break, if you need an ad break, or if we
Yeah,
just
we'll
want to
jump.
jump right into it.
We'll jump to a quick merch ad break. Because we on run one run last time. And then yeah, we'll just get into Good Riddance by Gracie Abrams. I'll intro it right out of the ad break. All right, guys, you're watching Junior and Junior right here on the Dogs Maniac Entertainment YouTube channel. You guys ever want some official Dogs Maniac Entertainment merchandise? Well, head over to tpublic.com/UMDBlogs Maniac, where you can purchase all of the official Dogs Maniac Entertainment merchandise. We got the Welcome to the Dog Pound, the Max and Zam plant approved plant pipeline, and the winning doggy style since 1965. Next week, guys, we will introduce a new line to you with the Phil's Nation. All right, guys, back to the show. Jared and Dale, are you ready to take the show back? We are ready to take the show back. Ad break, Jared. Yeah. You guys didn't know I'm ad break, Jared. I just mute Dale and then I talk because we don't have our ad break videos done yet. Which that's on me, but who cares? We're not placing blame. Nor do we need ad break videos. We'll get them. We'll get them when we need them. Right now, though, it's easy to just give a little rundown. Today, guys, Junior and Junior reviews the debut album from our favorite Nepo baby, Gracie Abrams. Love Gracie Abrams. Good Riddance, releasing back on February 24th. Now, with the talky talk out of the way, let's hear what Junior and Junior has to say. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Let's go, Dale.
Yeah, I mean, overall, this is an album I actually listened to.
Wow. Wow, folks. That's a stunner. That's a stunner. I might die.
Yeah, I figured you'd enjoy that, but no, overall, album was great. I didn't have a favorite. I really enjoyed almost all of them, but if I were to pick a favorite, probably be the lead-off song to the album is Best. I just really enjoyed that song over the others, but like I said, I really don't have a favorite. They were all good in itself. Same with like the worst song. I didn't have a worst song. Like I guess the only song that I really truly didn't like really was "This Is What the Drugs Are For." I don't know. It just wasn't my lingo for that. Like just something I didn't really enjoy. But yeah, overall, I mean, this was a great album. I'm giving it an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like this is one of my highest rated albums. Just yeah. I mean, there's nothing to say but good riddance. What a great album.
Yeah, I mean, folks, this is a week. Artist I love. My number two artist for 2023 so far, the ever talented Gracie Abrams and her debut album, Good Riddance. I'm just gonna praise it like Dale did. As I said last week, this is one that sadly got shelved in the Tour of the Eras. So I'm happy that I get to talk about it. Now for the album personally, I really like it. It's not perfect by any means, but it's also not bad. Actually, I'd say it's very good to great. My
Mhm.
favorite track could be anything from Amelie to Best to even Difficult, but
Mhm.
ultimately, um, in what was kind of a last second change, but I would have said was probably my favorite song going in since it came out is going to have to be Where Do We Go Now? I love that song. I've loved it since it came out. I had Difficult at number one. I decided to knock it down last second, which just for me, I don't know. I personally like the vibe of Where Do We Go Now slightly more than the others, so it's just that slightest little edge to make it number one. Least favorite though, it isn't even a question. It's Will You Cry? I I don't know what to say other than I just really wasn't feeling it. It wasn't quite my thing. Another, like Dale said, that's another one there. The old drug song. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
There were some songs where see. I don't hate them. Don't get me wrong. They're not songs that I hate, but they're just like not exactly my favorite, if that makes sense. So they're
Uh-huh.
easily in that conversation for least favorite guys. And um, yeah, overall, I would say 8 out of 10.
Mhm.
I think I think a solid 8 out of 10. I do think I could make an argument for a 9, but I'm not going to because I'd put it in some rarefied air with like Red Taylor's version, which is
Mhm.
probably my favorite album of anybody ever. Um, so yeah, and just gonna close it out by saying I can't wait to see what Gracie Abrams gets up to next with her next project, and I can't wait to see her perform June 23rd at US Bank Stadium, opening for Taylor Swift. Um, yeah, we love you, Gracie Abrams. Great album. I'm happy that it's now in the Junior and Junior album review verse, whatever that
Mhm.
is. Our multiverse of album reviews, and I'm just gonna announce next week's album when we can call this show a close. Dale, do you know what's next week?
I do not. No.
You do not. Is your video frozen?
No. See, I'm bobbing my head.
You're
Is it
oh, you're
frozen on
not
your?
bobbing your head for me.
Oh, maybe it is.
Okay, well, Dale might be frozen for the end of the show, but his voice is still there, and that's all that matters.
Yep.
Next week, we pick up another forgotten album from that tour of the eras. In this case, one that suffered from the technical difficulties, missed show right before our move here to YouTube. And now he's back. Uh, maybe not.
Yep. I'm back.
Nope. Nope. This is why from Paramore. Let's knock it out. Yep, you're back. You're back. Let's knock it out of the park next week, folks. While we listen to the vocal stylings of Haley Williams. This is why Paramore Dale. This is a review I already have done because I was supposed to review it back before we moved to YouTube, and then my computer went to shit, and the show got canceled that week, and then we moved to YouTube the next week, and we had to continue with the tour of the era so we could get it done on time. Um, so yeah, I'm happy to just kind of be able to take a little bit of a backseat here, where I just have to listen to the album and like put final touches on it, as opposed to doing the more difficult of ranking it all and then listening again and readjust. This is just I can cut out that whole ranking it a first time because that's already done. So that's nice. Um, but yeah, guys, next week we will be doing This Is Why from Paramore, and yeah, with that we'll call the show to a close. I've been Jared.
I've been Dale.
This has been Junior and Junior. You can catch us right back here next week, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on the Dogs Maniac Entertainment YouTube channel. All right, guys. Appreciate your viewership, and we will see you guys in the stars.